Okay, so today is February 8th. It is 12 in the afternoon. It is a Saturday out here in the DMV. So there was this cop that I don't want to say I know because I don't really know him, but there's this cop that I see in a store, and I wait in the store just like waiting for the bus because it's cold out up here in DC right now. It's we're like trying to get through this winter, but I'm about to put my hair up. So the first time he actually like spoke to me outside of a, hello, hi young lady, how are you doing kind of ordeal, he was like, he was asking me about my person, and just like genuinely talking to me. Now I don't know if it's considered flirting. I don't know what it's considered. Full disclaimer, I'm horrible at flirting, let alone knowing when I'm being flirted with, because in my head I just don't be thinking anybody's really checking for me like that, and so I don't really go out of my way checking for people anymore. No issue. But he spoke to me, not hit me up, he spoke to me, and he was just like asking me different questions about myself, and like talking about his, him being a police officer and securing the area or whatever, and how he's a nice person, blah, 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 which he is. He does a lot of nice things for the community, working there. And so we were talking about something with people, and I was explaining how, certain clients that I deal with, have a, I don't know, how I want to say, just, they have certain things about them. I'll say that just for keeping it, not putting people's business out there. But when I said the word client, moving along with the story, when I said the word client, this nigga, he ended up like feeling that I was talking about sex work, because he asked me if I was trans, and I was like, yeah. And he ended up asking me if no, he didn't ask. He just assumed. He assumed that when I said client, I was speaking towards doing sex work. Now, mind you, I've never in my life done sex work. I am not about that life. It is a very dangerous lifestyle, and I give more power and respect to the men and women who do that lifestyle, because it is a very dangerous one and takes a lot of strength and courage, in my opinion. It's probably one of the dangerous forms of employment I think we have. And so I told him, I was like, I corrected him, because he was like, oh, he was like, because you work late nights. I'm like, yeah, because I work with a homeless shelter for youth. I'm not in sex work. Like, what the fuck? Why was that the assumption? And so we kind of dropped the conversation after that, because it got a little awkward. And so we moved on, and like after maybe about like a week or so, I run into him again, and I was just like, why did you assume that? And I was like, because I really don't understand. That is really a thing. People assume that if you're trans, you're involved in sex work. I was like, sir, I've never so much as tried sex work. I don't do sex work. I've been asked, but I've never actually done it. I was like, I guess you could say fortunate enough where I didn't feel like I had to make that decision or that choice for myself. And, it's nothing against anyone. I was like, but, you probably shouldn't just assume those things. He was like, oh, I'm really sorry. I'm still learning. And he was like, you're just different. You're just different. Real different. I've been getting that word for fucking years. I don't know what that means. I don't know what's the point. I don't understand. Someone itch. I don't understand what that means. Like, why do people say that about me? Like, I don't I don't feel like I'm that different. I feel like I'm low-key, I just being like a normal girl like anybody else. And I know I'm a bit eclectic, and I'm a little bit weird, and I'm nerdy, and I'm not the girl who likes to be dolled up all the time, wearing makeup every day and rocking heels. And although I know how to get really cute and be fashionable and dress and shit, I'm completely comfortable being in sweats and shorts and shit. And I'm fine with that. And I be in my house when I'm by myself, alone, naked, like, and not wearing any clothes at all. Like, so I don't feel like I'm something so different as to what I hear, but it's just uncomfortable sometimes to hear, because I don't know what that means. And I wanted to ask him, but I changed my mind, because I've heard that from men I've been with, people that I guess I'm cool with or associate with, and everybody always tells me I'm different. I don't understand what that is or what that means, and if I should be taking it as a compliment. And what does different mean? What does that mean? Something to people? Like, what's the point? Like, what? I don't understand. I genuinely, I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know. And what else? There was something else I wanted to talk about while I was on this thing today. I think my insecurities. The things that I'm most insecure about are the things that are, I don't know, hard for me to showcase or make me nervous. So my insecurities, I can definitely admit it's my weight. My weight, for whatever reason, fluctuates up and down all the time. My insecurities are my shoulders, because they're broad. So it's not like I can like get a surgery done to get them like not broad. But my shoulders make me insecure. My dancing, my singing, and even my writing makes me insecure. And it plays into effect of why I'm the kind of artist I am, and why I get nervous and shy and scared, and like feel like everybody's gonna just judge me and cast me off anyway. Sometimes I even feel insecure about being trans, like, and my trans womanhood, and then my womanhood, and yeah, all of it is like low-key interconnected, and like I got teased about so many different things in my life. And what's so crazy is like when I got teased about it. Like, I never got teased about my smile until I went viral on like Vine and made World Star Hip Hop. That was the first time I actually got teased about my teeth. People have always been in love with my smile, and everyone thinks my smile is so unique because my teeth are straight. But although, yeah, I have gaps, they still somehow like fit. They still somehow fit and work, and I don't know, it just works for me. So I've never like was pressed about like, oh my God, I gotta get my teeth fixed. I ain't tripping. Then my shoulders, when I started embracing my womanhood, is when folks really started to come at me about that. And more so dudes, more so men than anything. But when it comes to my artistry and my music, man, I dealt with a lifetime of people telling me I didn't have a voice, that I can't sing, the whole nine. I was just a waste. And I don't know if any other singers can relate out there, but it's really hard to find a voice that sometimes matches up to yours, that you can mimic to yours. And sometimes that's a great thing, sometimes it's not, I guess. But for me, it's really hard to find a voice I mesh well with. I think the closest voice I've become close to, I think, is like Sade's, but whom I love to death. But I'm not Sade. And my music doesn't sound like Sade's. And so it's really hard trying to figure out where my voice fits, and if it fits in anything, and if people will like it, because it's so different. It's not, I don't feel like, I don't know, I don't have this big old belting voice, but then I don't have these like cute, sweet, soft ass like baby voices, and I don't feel like my voice is grungy or hard. I don't know. I just feel like my voice be flowing, but I never got praised for my voice and my vocals growing up. And then once I became an adult and started doing more, people started like giving me, telling me, let me know how I really have a beautiful voice and I can really sing. I was like, well, I mean, I better at least know how to sing. I've been trained in doing it for so long. Then dancing, no matter what I was able to do, like I can step really well. I'm a pretty good dancer, a whole nine. And people, I remember getting teased at auditions and things of that nature when I would dance. And it really turned me off to wanting to do it, even though I love dancing so much. I've acted, but I don't really think I'm that great of an actor, actress, whatever, person. I don't know if that's exactly my ministry. I don't know. And like, I've been trying to overcome my insecurities. Writing helps. I don't know if people actually like what I write or care what I say in my music, but writing really does help, and I genuinely wish I could do more. I wish for so much. But I want to take in this moment and still thank universe for everything I've gotten, how far I've come. I'm learning that I am definitely a lot more talented than I give myself credit for, and that I have to dispel a lot of the things from my past that are holding me back from being a really great artist. Because I seem to shock people. And once again, when they hear me or hear my music, you're so different. Is the consistent thing I hear. So I'm going to keep trying to do better and be better, and pray that universe is I'm going down the right path, and that universe is going to take me to where I'm supposed to be going. Because when I tell y'all I don't know anything more than music, I really don't. Like, my life, thoughts, and career is surrounded by it, even in moments that have nothing to do with music. Like, my job has absolutely nothing to do with music in the slightest, but in this downtime, I can sit and listen to beats and listen and process what I've written and what I want to write and how I'm feeling, and just, I don't know, vibe and zone out, or listen to other people and vibe and zone out, and just come up with things and schematics and ideas. And I don't know, man, music does so much for me. And it's all I ever think about doing, and that's why my entire life, no matter what it was, I was always involved in something that involved music to some capacity. Oh, this video is like about to be 15 fucking minutes. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I can sometimes talk and just be going. But I don't know. This is my way to feel better by talking to something or somebody about how I feel.